All right. Hello, everybody. I'm not sure if the clip may not played for the main one. I don't know. Anyways, hello. Welcome to Sons of Thunder. We are live with our friend Chris from Defending a Lion, and we are discussing. If you just saw the title from the from the thumbnail, the great uniqueness of the Prophet Muhammad, and we are going. This is a book that we're going through. We're gonna talk over. I am going into this 100% blind, so no idea what we're talking about. Chris, do you want to give everyone a bit of an introduction of what they can expect?
Sure. So if you've heard of Tafsir al-Jalalain, it's the commentary of the two Jalals. They basically, the first Jalal wrote the first half, which is obviously the more important part of the Quran, and the second Jalal wrote the second half. So it took 2 lifetimes to complete their tafsir, but it's a very comprehensive tafsir. It's very highly respected. Jalal Sutui, or Suyuti, whatever.
Sutui.
That dude is the second Jalal. He wrote a lot more past their tafsir. This is one of his works, which is originally like 400 pages. And we're going to go through the 100-page English version of it. This is on Amazon if you want to buy it. It is translated by Tahir Mahmoud Kinai. So, I guess I could share my screen if you want to look at it. But, pretty interesting book.
Oh,
Chase
we lost Chase.
Zooted.
Yep. Oh, he has returned. All right.
He has returned.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is the summary of the unique particulars of the beloved Prophet Muhammad by the Jalal.
Suyuti.
Yes,
I was wrong.
Translated by this dude. So you can get this on Amazon. It's like $20. It's only in the book form. You can't get it digital, which is why this is a scan of the book rather than a digital copy. Otherwise, I would just buy it on Kindle, and we wouldn't have to read it in this format. But each of the chapters have unique content about it. So the purpose of this book, and the full book is only in Arabic and Urdu, and I am not fluent in Arabic, and I don't know any Urdu, so we have English.
We'll get Adam on it.
The full commentary is massive, and it has a lot of redundancy to it. But basically, the idea is there's so much spectacular information about Muhammad, and I believe this was in the mid 1400s AD. So this is like 800 years after Muhammad. There's so many exaggerated accounts of Muhammad in the hadith of him doing a bunch of miracles. Me and Chase minus Andrew did a stream on that last week on my channel. And this is basically just a summary of all the unique features that popped up in the ethos and the mythos of Islam about the Prophet Muhammad. So going through it, we're going to see all the things that according to Tafsir and Hadith and Sirah was unique about Muhammad, or was special about him compared to other prophets, other people, and just quirks that he had. So,
one thing that I know for sure was really special about Muhammad was that everything that he, it was just so weird that anything that he thought of, Allah really gave it to him, it's super special. I can't think of many other prophets that God loved so much that he never told them no. Everything he wanted, he got it.
Right.
Pretty crazy.
His child bride pointed that out too.
Yeah.
She's pretty based. Yeah.
Yeah. Aisha was like, man, it seems like you, Allah always agrees with you on everything.
Well, no, there's a hadith that says, O Prophet of Allah, your Lord hastens to fulfill your wishes.
Yeah.
So he would desire something, and then all of a sudden he would get a revelation, and Aisha noticed the pattern of, hey, he was talking about this last week, and all of a sudden he got a revelation.
Do you believe she fully knew everything was bunk?
Oh, you
both
counts.
Yeah, she poisoned him.
Yeah, I think it's likely just because the unless he had supernatural damage done to him, he was likely continually poisoned over and over again. Arsenic or some other type of caustic poison likely happened with the Jewess in Kaibar, where he ate it and then it burned a hole in his palate, and that was from a caustic poison. But the type of death you get from your aorta, like rupturing or like pulmonary embolism or like whatever experience he had with his arteries, that wouldn't be caused by that poison. It would be caused by a different type of poison that would be microdosed repeatedly over and over again. So
Okay.
Bobby was killed by his wives or an advisor, like someone close to him. I would assume the wives, especially because right after he dies, they destroy part of the Quran with a goat. So
Makes sense. All right.
yeah, anyway. Child wife is based finally in 2026. That's so bad out of context. I said his child wife was based, to be fair. Anyway, I'll defend that. So, you want to just go through this book? Any questions, any thoughts before we go through? I guess it's your guys' channel. You
we're
can
good.
run the show. Yeah.
Chase, I think I can hear something in your background.
Can you? Is it me?
No, it's like family members talking.
Okay.
Sounds like a man.
All right. But yeah, if you want to go ahead, take us through it.
All right. So Muhammad is special. He's specified in that he is the first of the prophets to be created in advance of his prophethood, as he was a prophet when Prophet Adam was intermingled as water and clay. In the advancement of the oath being administered to him, he was the first to proclaim, of course, on the day when Allah asked, "Am I not your Lord?" So this is obviously a lie from the Islamic sources, because Isa was literally created by Allah to fulfill that purpose. So, like, even if you don't want to say like Abraham or Moses, which I think is also there's similar stuff about those two, but like to say that Muhammad is the first prophet to ever be literally created in the womb to be a prophet, how is Isa not that? So,
well, wait,
first lie of the book is the first sentence.
Hold on. When it says that when Prophet Adam was intermingled as water and clay,
right? That's the creation of
so
humanity.
Okay.
The wording is Bible, but that is the account.
Yeah.
That he mixed water with clay. Yeah.
I was just saying that he was the first prophet to be created. Yeah. I don't understand. Yeah. Anyways, you already said it. Like, obviously, Jesus, even in the Quran, through with the virgin birth,
created
very obvious. Yeah. Very obviously, that's just not correct.
Right.
But all right.
No.
For whatever reason, my StreamYard is acting up.
Your StreamYard is acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Are your mic settings the correct ones?
No.
Audio?
Oh, there we go. It just won't populate the comments for whatever reason. It just did.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
Too. It's yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe now it's doing.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
I have the stream open, so I see it pop up there before here. Anyway, yeah.
All right, cool.
So anyway, obviously not true. That's literally the first sentence of the book. So we're starting off strong. Prophet Adam and all the creatures were created because of him. So all of creation was created for the sole purpose of creating Muhammad. Now, mind you, do Muslims worship Muhammad?
No. Do you want their answer? Yeah. No, of course not.
So I just want you guys to have that in the back of your head. If Muslims don't worship Muhammad while we're reading this book, because the vast majority of the content sound like they're worshiping him. I would say this sounds like a form of worship, that literally all of existence was only created because of Muhammad. And every single time we see this little symbol here, it's Muhammad. So
peace be upon him.
Yeah, they're not going to say Muhammad for most of these. They're just going to have the little anyway, his noble name being written on the divine throne upon each heaven and whatever they contain, as well as the various degrees of paradise and all the dominions. Interestingly, this is a reference to the Talmud with the Messiah, because the name of the Messiah is under the throne of heaven, under the divine throne. So that I don't know what you're supposed to be doing with that. Maybe like blending him into being the actual Messiah, even though Isa is called the Messiah, even though they don't know what the word Messiah means. But this is a Jewish belief that the name of the Messiah is with Yahweh on his throne or under his throne. And same with the light of the Messiah is eternal and with Yahweh, which gets into like the divine Messiah stuff. But yeah. So his name is basically eternal, or it's at least written on the divine throne, and the angels mention him at every moment. Why are the angels mentioning Muhammad at every single moment? Unless the angels are worshiping him. His name being mentioned in the Adhan, the call to prayer, during the time of the prophet Adam and in the upper realm. So there was a call to prayer during the time of Adam, and in the heavens, his name is proclaimed. So his name is above every other name, the name of Muhammad. Is that worship? Sounds like
worship or worship adjacent, you know. it's worship light, you know.
Right. Yeah, you know. As one
would they define this as like veneration?
I was gonna say that actually. This is veneration.
I'm just asking. I'm not throwing shade or anything.
I have no idea, but that'd be really funny. The administering of
we venerate the prophet.
we venerate the prophet, yes.
The administering of oath to the prophets, Prophet Adam, and to those after him, they would believe in him and assist him, the glad tidings of his advent in the previous divine scriptures. So obviously the previous scriptures mention Muhammad, but also all of the prophets believe in Muhammad. So they're like getting divine revelation. They're having like the Holy Spirit tell them about Muhammad in the future. They believe in him, and then they assist him, and they give him glad tidings of his coming. So before he even comes on the planet, the other prophets are praying for Muhammad's coming. Not praying for the will of Allah, but specifically, well, I mean, they might be praying with that in addition, but they are specifically praying for Muhammad to come.
That is the will.
That is the will of Allah. All of existence only existed to satisfy Muhammad. But they don't worship him.
No, of course
his praise mentioned in them, as well as the praise of his companions, his caliphs, and his community. Iblis barred from the heavens at his birth.
Wait. Well, not that part. So this kind of goes back to the whole like Muslim elitism with the praise of his community being above other communities.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting, because I mean, as we all well know, by the wonderful propagandists that continue to support Islam here in the West, Islam, there's no racism or any sort of elitism, or
Why would there be?
No, of course not. And show me one place in the Quran where Christians are infidels or Jews are infidels. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What a stupid comment.
Very dumb.
Yes, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So being pointed out, so they believe in his holy moly, and yes, they do. That is one of the things. The chest splitting here is not the holy moly, but this is the seal of the prophet stamped in his back, level with his heart, wherein Shaitan would otherwise enter. The seal of the prophets of other peoples were on the right sides. So the other prophets had marks on the right sides, and he only has a mark on his back with his heart. Part of that might be because of the splitting of his chest. According to one of the two sayings, that is the most correct. So we'll maybe get to it later on. I don't know how long we'll stream and how much of the book we'll go through, but he had a black dot on his heart, and all people have a black dot on their heart. And Allah split his chest open, pulled out his heart, removed the black spot, then washed it with Zamzam water, and then placed it back in him, and then took him on the flying donkey into the heavens to meet the other prophets, and then to be worshipped by them. So, yeah. the Alzit stamped something else in his back too.
See, that's fortunately enough for Allah, because since he transcends everything, he actually got OxyClean to make some Zamzam water for him for that very purpose, for heart washing.
Yeah.
It didn't mention it there, but I remember that actually happening too. They advertised it on TV and everything with Johnny Starr. It was great.
I thought that was I thought from our game of Sharia, is it Sharia? Hammer Sharia.
Yeah.
I thought you can't mix soap in with the water, Chase. It has to be
right.
dirt. Be dirt with the water. So
yeah. OxyClean did that. Yeah. It's
dirt clean.
Oxy dirt. It's dirty clean.
OxyClean cut with dirt. It's not
well,
quite
water
pure.
Can't be polluted by anything. So
okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tracking.
Just wash off your black spot real quick. Which, I mean, we can do heart transplants now. Could you just open up a heart, find the black spot and remove it, and then all of a sudden become sinless?
But here's the thing though, right? If you let's say that you take a person's heart from one person and give it to another person, does that person's sin nature become the other person's sin nature now?
It would have to, because the black spot is what sin enters into.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why everyone sins, because Allah purposely put a black spot on all of our hearts that force sin into. So Satan can freely cast sin into our beings, and we have to sin because Allah put that on every human. And whenever he's questioned about it, he says, "Oh, it's necessary." Why is it necessary? Doesn't say. It's just necessary that Shaitan can confuse you, and not Iblis. Iblis can throw sin into your black spot.
Sin rape you.
Ironically, wait, one second. Ironically, because of the demonic verses, that indicates that either he still had his black spot, or it's nonsense because he believed lies of Iblis.
And he not only did he believe it, but he committed it. He actually gave it as revelation
for 8 years.
When I had heard of the satanic verses before we did our video on it, I assumed that the revelation was given, and then later that day he received from Allah hey, you were tricked. No. When you told me it was 8 years, I was like, that is unbelievable to say 8. Imagine just you tell everybody something that 8 years later you go, sorry guys, that was actually the devil. My mistake. I'm still an infallible prophet though. Don't worry. Allah said this happens to everybody.
All of your elderly who died following my command are now in hell, but it's not a problem. Not a problem.
Yep. And ironically, that's one of the few things in the Quran that's actually original to Muhammad. So that's not stolen from the Jews. There's no belief that all the prophets sin or cast demons into it, the verses, or nope. That's all just Muhammad.
Chase, you're being so rude. Haven't you read that Allah is the most merciful?
I have read that and discarded it.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
His black spot. Okay. Furthermore, he specified in that he has 1,000 names.
He has over 10 times the number of names that Allah has.
As Allah.
Muhammad has 1,000 names.
And some of these names are the same names as Muhammad or as Allah.
Oh boy.
Is there a list?
There is. So he's called the most trustworthy one. I think there are lists of it. Let's see if I can find it. Peace be upon him. Thank you, Google AI.
Every time.
The compiled list of 2,000, even up to 2,020 names.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's about 2019 more names than I have.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
What are
doing
you,
pretty great,
Andrew?
actually.
Yeah.
This guy.
I wonder if we can find.
The names of the noble prophet.
This might be another stream, but it's.
Yeah.
I am super curious about that. Anyway,
Maybe we have a new dilemma, the Muhammad's
just a
names
claim.
dilemma.
the number of holy names of holy names. So again, we don't worship Muhammad or anything. But
but we kind of do. But like, have you ever seen? This is not meant to be a Catholic bash, but have you seen Trent Horn when somebody asked him if they worship Mary, and he was like, "We do, but you have to qualify what worship means." It's like, so that way nobody thinks you're like a heretic or something. It's like, the quiet part is out loud.
All right.
Oh, dude, those names. Yeah. Why don't you just say so?
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Let's see if it works. Anyway, the witness, the bringer of good news, the warner, I guess 2 different types of warners. The star, interesting. Those who accompany him, peace be upon him.
And it just doesn't translate the rest of them.
Right, yeah.
As you do.
Anyway, you can just. His perfect servants, you wrapped in a cloak. The ear.
You wrapped in a cloak.
The mighty servant, peace be upon him. And didn't translate it. The witness again. I wonder how many of these are unique versus duplicated. But yeah, there's a lot of them here. Anyway, you can go. I'll make a list of it. So his name is derived from the holy name of Allah. We don't worship him or anything, but his name is a derivation of
See,
Allah?
it's not like blasphemy for us to say that about Jesus, though. Like,
right. His name literally means salvation.
His name literally is derived from that. And like there are plenty of theophoric names in the Old Testament, but like this is a little different. Literally, yeah.
Anyway. He was given approximately 70 names from the names of Allah.
So there's only 29 names that Allah reserves for himself.
Apparently, yeah. So these are like the names of Allah are his eternal attributes.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff that's so holy, you shouldn't be able to do that with it.
Like no other being should replicate or have those same characteristics in the same sense. But you are correct, Allah is not God's name.
Right. Also, the vertical stream's layout is a little strange. With the screen.
It is.
Okay.
I was gonna try and see if I don't really know if we can.
I'm a little head there.
That fixed nothing. We're just gonna that was really helpful. I just lowered it into the
to the void.
All right, never mind. Sorry, guys. That's fixable.
Okay, well, you have our little faces down there. It's cute.
StreamYard's doing its best. Okay.
Yeah, it got a cookie. So he was named Ahmed, and no one was given that name before him.
Can we check that? Can we check that? Can we check that?
Well, but Chase, you just gotta understand he has pre-existence.
I don't need to check that.
Earlier, his name is written on the throne. It's on the divine throne.
So obviously, it doesn't matter if somebody in like temporal sense was named Ahmed before him, because you're wrong.
Because even the prophets, like Prophet Adam, he was praying for Ahmed before Muhammad even was conceived, thousands of years before him, or hundreds of years, depending on your view of the Quran's history. Like
Muhammad was
obviously
fairly common.
Yeah. Very common. You're right. But Adam
Ahmed.
prayed for Ahmed. So, you know.
Ahmed was very rarely used, but it definitely was. I gotta figure it out. The name Ahmed is mentioned in Isaiah 42.
See? Muhammad is in your Old Testament. You lie.
I don't understand what is so hard
Makud.
to understand about what the question I just asked was.
Muhammad's in Deuteronomy. Muhammad's in Song of Songs. Muhammad is everywhere in the Bible. You're hiding it. Or
Google's gonna be like, oh, it's only Muhammad.
So Muhammad did. But
Google says
apparently
it's
historical records generally indicate the name of Ahmed was not used as a proper noun among Arabs, among Arab tribes before the rise of Islam in the 7th century, though the similar name Muhammad did exist. Well, Jalal, touche. You've
there you go.
Islamophobia strikes again.
It's the proof. Yeah. So the angels shading him. Oh yeah, this is fun. The angels shading him during his journey. So angels are casting their shadows onto him while he moves and travels. So he's always in the shade. So he's comforted from the sun and the heat. His being the most intellectually preponderant.
All right.
Let me tell you about camel urine.
Come on. Wait, what are we doing here?
His being bestowed with absolute beauty, whereas Prophet Yusuf was given but a portion from it.
Oh.
Why is Yusuf catching strays?
Well, Yusuf is the sexiest person in the Bible.
Yeah, true.
And him and his mom are the only people who are like specifically called out to be like dang, and Esther. Like those three are like dang sexy. So Yusuf has all of the rabbinic literature, and the Quran steals it, of he's so beautiful that women would even like cut into their hands while cutting fruit because of his beauty. Like he's so beautiful, you literally like your knees buckle looking at him, men and women. So
I'm sure his did.
This is saying that he was so much more beautiful than Yusuf that he only had a portion of it. So the portion of it was enough to make women like, harm themselves.
Dude,
what would be happening to people who saw Muhammad? Would they just like compulse at the mouth and start foaming and fall over?
No, that's what he did. But I'll tell you what happened is the moon cut itself.
The moon split itself in half.
The moon was so distracted from his beauty, it forgot where it was going. So half of it kept moving and half of it stayed still.
Yeah.
And that's how it split.
Just split in half.
Yeah. Especially because some of it was in front of the mountain and some of it was behind the mountain. So the moon just really wanted to get close to Muhammad.
Yeah.
It left half of it behind and the other half got really close to him.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a mirage or a lie. None.
A lie. Just a lie.
Yeah. Anyway. Absolute beauty. The most handsome mixed D-Hul Qabi, even though D-Hul Qabi is described as more attractive than Muhammad. But anyway, the absolute beauty. Right, yeah. His being embraced thrice at the beginning of the Revelation.
If that's what you want to call it.
Is an interesting word to use for that. I mean, hey, maybe he was just into choking.
Yes, that's a good. Mm-hmm.
The Zoot stuff. I mean, he enjoyed it.
Oh no, Gabriel, do it again. I can't read.
Has seen the archangel Jibril in the form he was created in. Furthermore, he is specified with.
Wait. Go back. I'm sorry.
No, just the enumerated. So just saying the source that he's getting it from.
He's seeing in the form he was created in.
Oh yeah.
What other
He
form,
saw
perhaps, would you maybe see Angel Gabriel in, like a mirage?
maybe a human. The D Hall Cobby.
Dia? He saw him both ways.
He knew him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Biblically. In the cessation of soothsaying by virtue of his being sent, the custodianship of the heavens from eavesdropping by devils and their being pelted with meteors.
Wait, he did
So,
that?
yeah. He stopped soothsaying and he stopped demons from eavesdropping just by him being born.
With meteor? Wait, so is he the one who is pelting them with meteors, or is it because of him that the demons are pelted with meteors?
I think because of this sentence, it was cessation. So this one's for sure like soothsaying ended by virtue of his existence. The custodianship of the heavens from eavesdropping by and their being pelted.
Oh,
with
okay.
meteors.
So when Muhammad was born, the demons were kicked out, and then they were like,
well, the demons were
meteor
always kicked out.
targets.
It's the point of the meteors.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little confused.
Maybe it just says that he gained the custodianship of the heavens.
Right.
Like
No.
that's the other way to read it, I think.
Yeah.
He was specified with the custodianship of the heavens from eavesdropping.
And they're
by devils and
pelted
they're
with
being
meteors. So he
He
is like
given
Thanos
yeah, he's
throwing
like
debris.
yeah, the resurrection of his parents that they may declare belief in him. So his parents were resurrected in order for them to believe in him.
So wait,
His
this
being
already happened.
apparently.
I was gonna
Wait.
say because everybody's gonna be resurrected, but
Right. So
Declare
there's gonna be a special resurrection before the resurrection, because the resurrection is
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
yeah,
You
I
don't have
know.
anything on Judgment Day you can do other than the fire trial. But because they were not in the period of ignorance, they can't do the fire trial.
So they're going to be specifically
Well-
raised up just for fun, just so that his dad, who abandoned him and then subsequently died, can be like,
no,
"Oh
his
yeah, that's
dad
my kid."
died before he was born. His mom
Oh,
died
that's
when he was
right.
like 6. Was his parents actually in the age of ignorance? They might have been. If they were, then that they would just go through the fire trial, you would imagine. But maybe they're getting a special resurrection just to not go through the fire trial, but to just accept their son in belief.
It's kind of like you know how in Abraham's story, how Terah, like they are, yeah, where it's kind of like, oh yeah, no, Abraham was cool. He didn't have to take care of his dad because his dad was going to heaven anyways.
Yeah.
Cool.
His being promised protection from people. That didn't happen.
No,
Yeah.
that did not happen.
Not
That
quite.
did not happen. Yeah. Yeah. Well, McKin, you think that Allah is just. Allah is not
Yeah,
just.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. It's not how that works. So, his being taken on the night journey and whatever he was bestowed with, preeminence through the 7 heavens and the highest station, reaching the station of the meeting of the 2 bows. Those might be part of the night. Oh, it's definitely part of the night journey. I didn't read the thing. Yeah, so he went on the night journey. Is treading where no divinity sent prophet had trod, nor any proximate angel, because he went in front of the divine presence. He went in front of Allah and talked to him.
Even though proximate angel,
they're angels that carry the throne. Maybe there's 8.
Oh, like
8 or 16 angels that constantly are holding the throne and singing the praises of Allah.
So he got even closer to Allah than they did.
Apparently. According to that.
Right. Well, his name is on his butt, so.
Well, the angels are holding it. Anyway. There's no making sense of the hadith and anyway. The prophets, and remember, the person who wrote this, granted this is a translation, but the person who wrote this originally is one of the most respected scholars in Islam in history. So this is like supposed to be the cream of the crop. What he considered sahih, what he considered important to add. So
I can see why.
What would we have done without this information?
You know, if I if I came into Islam just totally blind, I'd be like, wow, this guy was pretty insane. This is wild.
The LeBron James of the 7th century.
The crazy part is this is the super abridged version of it too. So it's like actually 400 pages of just glazing Muhammad.
Muhammad worship.
Muhammad worship, yeah. The prophets made to rise from the graves for him, and is leading the prayer with them and with the angels. His story in paradise and the fire of hell. So the prophets were resurrected.
He's definitely touring the fire. I can tell you that much right now.
His beholding the major signs of his Lord, his beholding him until the vision did not sway, nor did it overtake. His seeing the Most High Maker twice. So again, he was led into his presence during the night journey. His mounting the Burak, according to one of the two sayings. So he rode the flying donkey, met and went into Allah's presence twice, which again, the Bible says no one can see Allah and live. If you want to say that that is the same God, which it's obviously not, but he sees Allah twice and lives. What do you do with that? At least the contradiction there with the night journey. The angels fighting alongside him, they're traveling with him wherever he would go, traveling behind him. I thought it said trailing for a moment.
Oh.
So the angels are assisting him, a la like Jesus in the desert.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, not worshiping.
Yeah, they waged jihad alongside Muhammad, if you will.
Right. Yeah, they help him with the warfare.
Mm.
If this is scholarly work on the tooth fairy, is what?
See, it's not populating for me. I can't.
Yeah, I'd pull that comment up if I could see it.
I know.
It'll eventually pop up.
I guess I'm just gonna have to keep YouTube open and just go back to it every once in a while.
I don't know what's happening with StreamYard.
I have no idea.
Maybe it's freaking out with the dual streaming format.
Maybe
we've done this before.
It might be. It worked better the first time. It's being kind of weird right now.
Yeah.
Oh well.
With our little faces, I love the little faces. They're so cute.
Hey, man, you know,
they're trying their best. I guess it's us, but
My hope is that one day they're going to be able to have the smaller, like the phone one, that I can have that stream on multiple, because it would be really convenient if I could be live on like TikTok and Instagram with the small version while still maintaining the large scale version for the
YouTube,
the main for YouTube.
Doesn't GodLogic do that?
Or whatever? No, GodLogic goes through OBS. He does something else. Actually, I think he just straight up. I think he for TikTok. I think he just straight up has his phone on a stand and goes live on his phone. Because if you ever like see him on TikTok, just the audio is not nearly as good, and the image is just him with a background behind him. And so like he's live on YouTube, and he has speakers playing what people are saying. And then he engages with people on TikTok. It's like ADHD dopamine maxing, like just having multiple screens that you're trying to pay attention to.
I have 3 screens in front of me and the camera. I had a 4th screen, but my setup is like ADHD to the max. It's great.
You get it.
Yeah, no, I fully get it. So his being given the book, and I usually also have like a tablet and my phone also going. My phone's my camera right now, so
we finally got it.
There it is, baby.
If this is scholarly work, I'm the tooth fairy. That's facts.
Right. His being given the book, though he was not taught by any created being, nor that sounds like an apologetic, neither reading nor writing. His book is miraculous and safeguarded from any alteration or distortion over the passing of epochs. I hate to break it to you, brother. That ain't it.
We got a couple streams on that.
Yeah, it's not preserved whatsoever. It comprises of whatever all the previous scriptures comprised of and more, is comprehensive of all things, is independent of all else, is simplified to memorize, was revealed piecemeal. So, unlike the other kitab, it was revealed in piecemeal, and it's simplified to memorize, but it also comprises all other scripture. But it doesn't contain all the stories within the previous scriptures, nor is it even the same length as the previous scriptures. It's quite smaller than the other scriptures, even if it's just like take the Torah.
Is comprehensive of all things, right?
And more.
Right.
I like the and more. Yeah, like
more, yes, because it has
to get everything. You're gonna get everything that all the other scriptures are giving you, and some more.
Yeah, all the biography and the special privileges and cults. Yeah,
and all the really vague locations and people.
Mm-hmm.
Always unspecific.
Yeah. So you have your in 7 afruf is in 7 chapters is in every language. Wait a minute. I thought it was only supposed to be in Arabic.
It's in all the kinds of Arabic.
Yes, every language of Arabic.
Every language that matters. It's
yes. Keep up, dude.
I'm assuming this chapters is the jazz.
The divisions.
Yeah. No, 30. Never mind. There's not. It's 30, not 7. So I have no idea what it means by 7 chapters.
It means
that's not Kirat. This is the Afruf. That's not Kirat. Kirat or not, they come later.
And language can't be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Literally different. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the chapters are probably more of a metaphysical chapter. Like it's the chapter of your being,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The and more here is just like getting child brides and beating them. Yeah. That was never given in the previous scriptures, but you got that now.
Death to apostates.
Death to apostasy. Oh, well, technically, death to apostasy is kind of in the Torah with killing idol worshippers, but it's not that. And you also get like amputation for thievery and like there's a variety of differences there.
Yeah.
But you could make a case for death of apostasy in the Torah. It is not the type of apostasy that you would get. And the rabbinics also have death for apostasy. Although they are very, very specific in how you do it. You have to like tie a rope around people's necks and have 2 people pull the rope. Very interesting. Very interesting ways, very colorful ways of killing each other. Anyway. Judaism has not always been peaceful within its own sect. So recitation of each of its letters is 10 rewards. So if you recite the whole Quran, you're gonna get there's 6,236 ayah. I think like 900,000 letters is like 9 million rewards reciting the whole thing.
This is the proof. And that's just the consonants.
Yeah. Well, there are no vowels in Arabic.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, and more, right?
I guess there are kind of vowels. You have A, E, and I are the 3 vowels within Arabic, and you can write them out literally. I was just thinking the other, like the I, the U, and the E. A, I, U. Those are not always written out, the diacritical marks, but you can literally write out an U and an aleph and the ya. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right.
Oh man.
You could just recite the aleph lam meme every time. Just
30 rewards. Whatever a reward even is.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it might be the book on Judgment Day, because the book is given weight and it's based on the rewards you've gotten over your lifetime.
So arbitrary weight.
Arbitrary weight based on what Allah decides at that moment in time. And Allah will deliberately change the weight for those who believe in him to make it easier for them to get into paradise. You're not actually guaranteed paradise being a Muslim. You're guaranteed that Allah will show you favor in your judgment. Unless you're following the hadith, in which case he sends a Jew or a Christian to hell and sends you to heaven in their place.
Does it don't the sources, thanks Tommy, don't the sources say that that every Muslim will at least visit
Yeah, they'll taste the hellfire.
the hellfire? Yeah.
No, guys. Junior said
That
that
contradicts
the hadith says that no one with a mustard seed of faith will taste the fires of hell.
Yep.
You can't tell me that he misread it or just straight up lied. You can't tell me that.
There is a hadith that says that. Yeah. It's just there's other hadiths that say the opposite.
Oh, is there actually one that says what he says?
Yeah.
So I've read two different ones that confirm what I'm saying. So the
mustard seed hadith actually exists, which is obviously from Jesus. That's actually one of the evidences that they actually know what the gospels are, is because they're quoting the gospel in a hadith. But no, that's a real thing. It just contradicts.
I was gonna say, because I've read two that say if you have a mustard seed worth of faith, you will be taken out of hell. So you go there. You're gonna go there. But then Allah's gonna be like, "Ooh, I messed up. Hold up, I got you." And then he's gonna save you. And he's gonna bring you out. He's like, my bad. Gotcha. Gotcha. You should have seen your face.
Where my hug at?
Yeah. No, it says whoever has a mustard seed weight of faith in his heart shall not be admitted into the fire. So
from what I've learned about the hadith, literally the hadith has everything you could possibly want. If you have an argument, there's a hadith for it, even if your arguments contradict each other. They are all whatever you want, it's there.
You know, okay, you were Andrew, I think you were with us whenever we talked about how a hadith, like even if a hadith is da'if.
Here's the version you're talking about. So Allah's messenger said, when the people of paradise have entered the paradise and the people of fire enter the fire, he will say, take out of the fire whoever has got the faith equal to a mustard seed in his heart. They will come out, but at that time they'll be burnt and be like coal.
There you go. That's actually not the one I read, but that's even funnier.
Yeah, that's
there is
better.
There's several of these, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these. I'm sure we could bring up a number of them. Funny. Yeah. Anyway, you were saying, Chase?
But yeah, so like even hadith that are like da'if or are weak are still good enough to be included, but Muslims like to just throw them out because they're not sahih. And so there are plenty of arguments that you could make in the hadith that would have traditionally just been accepted.
Right. Here's Sunan ibn Majah, order 173, which says literally, no one who will enter hell has faith in his heart equal to the great mustard seed. So, literal contradiction. Both sahih.
That's great.
That's it. So it's maybe been what Junior was quoting.
Yeah,
I've seen both.
IP called him out on that in the debate. He was like, the hadiths literally contradict each other. Like you can't build an argument off the hadith because whatever you say, I can go find the exact opposite and debate you on that.
Right. Here's a Sahih Muslim that has the same thing again. So none shall enter the fire who has in his heart the weight of a mustard seed of iman, of faith. Right. So again,
awesome.
Two different Sahih sources contradicts Bukhari. I'm sure Ibn Dawood is also that. And this is the Sahih Bukhari we looked at earlier. So they will be like burnt coal. So obviously his student didn't get the memo. Muslim didn't do a good job. Bukhari, took the original. Muslim came up with this one. Ibn Majah added that. That's the order. This is the chronological order of these being added. Lies. Anyway. So did you ask John Calvin what happened?
No, Tommy asked us to tell the suckle story again, and I told him I'd ask John Calvin first.
Yeah.
We are not going to tell that story again, Tommy.
He'll do polls on his YouTube channel.
it wasn't predetermined for us to retell that story.
Yeah, that
Not
story will remain
predetermined.
untold.
Oh man. Okay. And then it keeps going through the Quran. So he was bestowed from the treasures of the divine throne when no one else was given therefrom. So he was given treasures of the divine throne. What are they? He probably specifies them. Not hear them.
Did he have them like physically, or were they like spiritual were they spiritual treasures from the divine throne? Like I would think,
It's
like,
Aisha.
oh god. That's terrible.
I'm kidding. I don't know if that's Aisha or not. Yeah.
It's like
It's just a bunch of kids.
That's so bad.
McCain have the same brain sometimes.
Well, it's like oh, I lost my train of thought. Dang it! That comment got me. I had
that was
something.
good.
It's fine. Oh, it's not worth it. You're good.
Just Horis. So he was specified. Oh yeah, Horis are children. Fun fact if you didn't know.
Oh,
true.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. If he got divine treasure from Allah, you like.
Why was he poor?
Well, wouldn't you expect how, with Catholic and Eastern Orthodox and Coptic, they really hammer home the idea of the relics, right? And these are like really like preserved and taken care of. And if this man had divine treasure from Allah's throne, what did y'all do with it? Where did it go?
Well, Aisha also died, Andrew. So,
well, okay, if we're
true.
gonna say that it was 100% somebody, okay, whatever. I'm saying if he got like a really cool sword, what if he got like a really cool sword? Okay, what if he got like like a cool like what Captain Tazariak wears? What if he got one of those things and he got to wear it around and now it could be like a relic?
That was one of the most man things you could have come up with. Is a really cool sword. I love it.
The scimitar.
He was the most
interestingly,
manly man.
According to Islam, the bodies of prophets, the bodies of holy people, do not decay. So would Aisha not have decayed when she still like be available?
Whoa.
I mean, obviously she's only available to Muhammad, but
check the terminology. All right.
Let's call.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, it just reminded me of crack open a cold one. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
So he was specified with the Bismillah or Basmala, the Fatiha, the Ayat al-Kursi, the ending of Surah al-Baqarah. The ending is interesting instead of the throne verse. The Asab
al-Kursi was. The throne verse.
Oh yes, it is. Good job. I'm very proud of you. The Mutfasal surahs of the Quran. So specifically these ones, none of the other ones.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. His miracle continues until the day of judgment. It is the Quran. Miracle, plural, singular, mind you, singular. Yet in the later part of the Quran, it'll say, or the Quran, in the later part of this book, it'll say that he did over 3,000 miracles. So,
because he did.
Is it one miracle or is it just what do you anyway? Whereas the miracles of all the prophets cease to exist after their times. So the Quran is the greatest of all miracles.
You know, like the atonement. That's a pretty cool miracle that still hasn't.
That is, yeah, right. The resurrection, because Jesus is still alive.
True. Yeah, he's still alive. You know what's funny about the resurrection is that GodLogic talked to somebody. It's been a little while, but he was a believer, I think, but he was just baffled at the idea that we believe that that there's a human person in heaven reigning. Like that's Jesus, bro.
He didn't. What do you mean? The flesh didn't go away.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like, well, I thought he just resurrected and then transcended. And we were like, no, but that's not what resurrection is, though.
Like he went back to his state pre-incarnation.
Right. Or I guess not even that, because the pre-incarnation is still physical. Like we see that in the Old Testament.
He did have
Right.
Christophanies.
Yeah. Like he ate food in the Old Testament. It
Yeah.
can't really get more physical than that, other than pooping. But
That's interesting. Interesting.
yeah, God ate food. He carved the stone with his fingertip in Mount Sinai. Yeah. There's a lot of physical things where Yahweh does, and it's most likely Jesus. But you also have Enoch and Elijah, who are physically in heaven, possibly, maybe still alive, maybe never died.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe they got a prophecy, a vision of the cross and accepted it, and that's how they got ascended into heaven.
I personally am fully convinced that Moses did not actually die. I think it's suspicious wording that when the Bible says God buried him. I don't know, man. That just sounds like they didn't know what happened to his body. I think God just took him.
He might have, but I mean, again, that's kind of bucking against the inspiration of the Bible.
I know. It's just my little. It's just my fun little theory. I'll just keep it to myself.
Get out of here with your heresy.
Is it in Jude? He's quoting from Enoch about the contending over the body of Moses, right? Or what is he quoting from?
Well, it's not.
I think it's
so. There's different theories. Some people say that he's quoting from an apocryphal book. Other people say he's just using a common story of the day that was just like a common knowledge sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, we can get back to the Tommy really wants us to get back on track, so we'll get back on track.
Only.
Hold on. Okay. That was a miracle.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, he kind of did. The people of his community really got upset with him whenever he committed incest. Which is why Surah 33 was revealed. Because they were up in arms against him. So he revealed Surah 33 saying, hey, there's no problem here.
Guys, it's chill.
That's chill. A miracle. That's a miracle, man. Yeah. I mean, his friends even snitched on him. He literally just married his daughter. Legally, she was his daughter. What he did was incest, according to Arabic tradition and also the Quran. The Quran says you cannot have intercourse with your daughter-in-law. So he removed adoption to make her not his daughter-in-law. Because he was committing incest. According to the Quran, he was committing incest. So
he had to call everybody together and say, guys, you will never believe this. I understand. I understand how crazy this is gonna sound.
It's like
everybody was really mad at what I was doing. I get it, but Allah just told me in the tent, it's cool.
Yeah. I didn't realize how hot she was, so it can't be helped.
Yeah, everybody just get off my back and let me be.
Right.
Like whenever, he comes to his two wives and he's like, "Oh, okay, baby, calm down, honey, calm down now. I know you caught me with the slave."
Right. In her bed.
But
gosh.
I was actually told that that I have to now. Yeah. Not that I can, I have to. Unfortunately. It's just the way it is. I didn't really want to anymore. Either, she's kind of old, but
Yeah.
So unfortunate. It's just
poor guy.
He had such a hard life,
He really did.
Right, man. So really difficult. He was missing teeth. He was a little overweight from eating too much food.
Well, that doesn't sound like the most beautiful man of all time, Chris. So I think you might have your sources mixed up.
Well, the sources are the Hadith. So, yeah, and Sirah. Yeah, Allah told me to the ultimate get out of jail free card. Yep. Well, only if you're the prophet. But yeah, like, hey, I want to marry your 5-year-old daughter. What are you talking about? That's gross. But Allah told
come
me.
again. Come again.
Not only like from Abu Bakr's perspective, that would also be incest because she's essentially his niece. He married his 5-year-old niece, which is why Abu Bakr is like, but we're brothers, Muhammad. He said, oh, we're not blood brothers, so it's fine. I kid you not, his 2 favorite wives, other than his first wife, were like incest
Good Lord.
relationships at first. And it just happened to be fine for him to do incest anyway. So, his miracles, other than the incest. He has more miracles than all the other prophets. It is said they reach 1,000, and it is said 3,000, other than the Quran. It itself contains approximately 60,000 miracles. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are 6,236 ayah of the Quran. There is less than that, or there's more than 60,000 words of the Quran. Maybe they're counting every single word as a miracle. But there's more than 60,000 words of the Quran. There's like 197,000, if I remember correctly. I'm doing a Quran translation, so I have like statistics on the words and whatnot. I think it's around 197,000 words. Oh, 77,000. I was off by a bit.
It's funny because even Google recognizes that there are about 370 words difference between the two most commonly cited figures here. So
oh, yeah.
there's your perfectly preserved Quran.
Yeah, I might have been thinking of unique ones, but yeah. I mean, what is that? Why is that word count wildly higher than this word count?
You're asking questions you don't want the answer to, Chris.
I'm pretty
You're
sure
meddling
my
with
word
dark
count,
forces.
Chris,
so I did this in Python.
After you.
Anyway, whatever. It's so stupid, man. Anyway, I did a word like a word breakdown inside of Python using regular expressions, and I think it got to the hundred of thousands. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, praise be to you.
Make sure we
almost feels like a.
I was gonna say this will make sure that no matter what we say, we won't get taken down for anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes, yeah. The stamp.
Yeah.
Right.
In Minecraft, all praise to Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have a footnote for that. I didn't see the footnote. The Quran's miracles number 70,000, translated by that. Oh, that's just the source that he
That's like
comes
a paper
up with.
that he cited or something, I guess.
That's like 2000. It's like 2006. Or like, wait, is that year even happened yet? To Gregorian.
1986.
1986. Okay. So a recent translation has them, or a recent work from a scholar has them.
Plus $7,000.
Yeah. Plus $7,000. So the Quran is 60,000 miracles, apparently enumerated in a book that you could go check out. Besides the sheer number of miracles, there are other qualities within him, and that is not there being among the miracles of others, such as forming material objects, as it is among the miracles specific to our prophet. He forms material objects. Okay.
Like he could take.
He creates.
He creates.
Like Firestorm in DC, how he can like reform matter.
Well, he creates water out of his hands, out of his hand. He also creates food. Every time he grabs it, he would create more food. So that of the miracles that I know of him, those are the two I can think of where he's literally creating matter from non-matter. But Jesus also kind of did that. So I don't know
Oh yeah, the
where they're.
birds.
Yeah. Well, no, not the clay birds. That's just giving them life. No,
Yeah.
he fed the 5,000.
Oh, you're talking about like actually? Yes.
Yeah, like Elijah too. Elijah also fed supernaturally. So like
Right.
they
Right. Right.
did
Right.
create out of nothing. And technically also Elijah called fire down from heaven. And, anyway. But yeah, no, he has the little water fingers, the little spirit fingers. So that might be what they're referring to. I'm kind of curious what they mean by creating material objects. I'm curious what it's going to come up with. It's just a bunch of dudes named Islam. Okay. Miracles. Several miracles in doing the transformation and manipulation of material objects witnessed by his companions.
He's just a really good metal worker.
Yeah, so that's the one I know about. Curing stones in public, that's not manipulating. That's just the stones talking. Healing injuries, again, is not, I guess, I mean, kind of manipulating, but not really. Again, not manipulating. So, again, not like, I guess it's just that, where he could create water and food out of his hands.
I mean, to be fair, I could too if I really wanted to. So, like, watch. Did you see it?
Yeah, that was really good.
That was
really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think you should go start your own religion. Yeah. Do you ever get revelations in your room when no one's watching?
Almost exclusively.
Sometimes when my sleep paralysis demon comes around, he likes to give me a revelation.
Oh, Chase, that's not a demon. That's an angel, actually. And you should listen. Yeah. You should listen to what it's telling you.
Dude, that's why, dude, that's why when I was 18, I fell on the floor seizings because I was becoming a prophet.
Yeah.
Chase, I think we have your origin story put together for you to be the next great prophet.
You're the reincarnation. Do you have a mole on your back?
From no, but I have a lot of zits. From manufacturing
we can count
to prophethood.
You've never been choked out by an angel, kid. So all the miracles and qualities that the previous prophets were bestowed with were gathered together for him, whereas they were not gathered together for anyone else. But rather, each one was specified with one type. He was given the miracles of splitting the moon.
Wait. First of all, Elijah and Elisha were in fact both given the same miracles and kinds of miracles.
Correct. Well, Elisha raised the dead.
So no, but here's what I'm saying. It says they were not. So all the miracles and qualities that the previous prophets were bestowed, Elisha literally got a double portion of Elijah's spirit,
but not necessarily the miracles. The miracles are different between the two prophets.
Right, but he did. Sorry, I was thinking he did exactly 2 times the number of miracles. Did he not?
Right, but it's
the type of
specific type. Yeah,
I feel what you're saying. But
yeah. That's why it's specified with one type. So like they had their niche, whereas Muhammad has all of the niches plus an additional ones that are unique to him. So these are the ones that are unique to him, and then he did all the ones that the other prophets also did, such as like raising the dead and whatnot. He was given the miracle of splitting the moon, the greeting of salutation by the stones. The stones would bless him whenever he walked by. The crying of the date palm trunk, the flowing of water from between his fingers. Nothing the like of these was established for any of the other prophets. These are the unique miracles of Muhammad. Plus, he did thousands of other ones. He split the moon, literally, physically. And it says that the moon went in front of a mountain. Half of the moon went in front of a mountain, and the other half was behind the mountain. So obviously, we're all dead because if that happened, the earth would like eviscerate all life on it. Right? Yeah, gravity is a real being. So unless Allah displaced
Muhammad.
gravity, but I have
Like
no
I wrote my
idea.
post this morning. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Mohammed.
All life on Earth died because Muhammad split the freaking moon.
Not
Right.
again,
Muhammad. Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Obama. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, Piccolo
the
blew up the
stones.
moon, so
He did, and then everyone
Yeah.
died. Yeah, that's my favorite bit from DBZ Abridged is whenever he blows up the moon. There's like a news report of everyone just screaming, talking about how everyone's dying from like tidal waves and earthquakes, and
Yeah.
What do we know historically of the two-horned one? It's Alexander the Great, most likely. He's a pagan. There's a bunch of it's from the Alexander Romance. But the two-horned one beyond him, if you're just talking about Allah, because Allah comes from a two-horned one, which is Hubal / Almaka. Those are pagan deities. So it's either a pagan king or a pagan deity, depending on who you mean of that. But it's not Allah and it's not a Muslim. Historically. Well, you could say Allah is a pagan deity historically. Anyway.
Muhammad was the single horned one. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't want to know what he means by that. Some have said Allah has specified some of the prophets with miracles and acts, such as Prophet Musa, some in qualities, such as Prophet Isa, and some and our Prophet Muhammad with a combination of both in order to render them distinct. So he has the power, or the like types of miracles of Musa, and he has the power of Isa. He has the quality, and then he's the combination of those two. So he's the combination of the two greatest prophets of Islam.
Right.
But the Quran says he never did miracles. So the trees speaking and bearing witness to him, and the prophethood, and they're answering to his call. So the trees do speak and bless him whenever he walks. He also leaned on one while giving recitation of the different surahs. For a while, they made him pulpit. Then the tree screamed out like a she camel in pregnancy. So
it's true.
I was gonna say, I think we went over that one with Adam.
Yes,
it's
the
great.
wonderful, the pregnant camel.
Yeah. His horn was 1.4 inches.
What?
I love Bean. Okay. Resurrecting the dead and speaking to them. Suckling infants. So again, he resurrected the dead. Suckling infants speaking to him and bearing witness to his prophethood. So Isa was an infant who spoke. Joseph also had infant speak to him. So that's getting it from Joseph.
See, this is how we know that Aisha wanted to marry him too.
Yeah.
She spoke.
Well, what's her face?
Well, I guess she was 5, so she would have definitely been able to communicate.
Yeah, no,
with
there
him.
was an infant
Yes or
that was
no.
crawling around that he desired and wanted to marry. And he said, whenever she grows up, if I'm still alive, I will marry her. And she was like 8 to 9 months old.
No.
So he saw a literal like 9-month-old and like lusted after it.
No shot. Are you serious?
Might you find the source for that one, please?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I shouldn't even say no shot anymore. It's one of those things because of just how crazy the hadith have been proven to me. I think you can almost. I think you can almost say anything now, and I'll probably believe you. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure there is a hadith about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a hadith that Muhammad time traveled and
he met Charlie Kirk that way, actually.
So this is Life of Muhammad, Surah Al-Rasa. Let's open up.
The Life of Muhammad, the PDF. That's true.
I didn't mean for that to happen. It's really funny though. All right. No, so she just. Oh no, that's not the right one. Surah Al-Rasan. Allah. So let's go back here. Dun, 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 dun. Mm, 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 mm.
Oh, boy.
Recorded that the apostle saw her, al-Fadl, when she was a baby crawling before him, and he said, if she grows up and I am still alive, I will marry her, but he died before she grew up, and Sufan bin al-Assad bin Abdul Assad al-Maksumi married her, and she bore him Rizq and Lubaba.
Labubu. Anyways,
The most authentic seerah, the most trusted source, Muhammad wanted to marry an infant.
yeah, she didn't turn 6 yet.
She did not turn 6 yet. She dodged a bullet in Kenya. She absolutely did. Yeah, no, that's one of the good ones. Like, again, you can read The Life of Muhammad. It destroys Islam in so many ways. Anyway, great book. Yeah, suckling infants, not in the way that he wanted, but babies that were still nursing.
I'm sure he tried.
Oh, yeah. Well, with his size, he might have been successful. Anyway. He is the seal of the prophets. He is the last of them to be sent, and thus there's no prophet after him. So again, oh man, talking about the PDF qualities of Muhammad, it's like, oh, Aisha was mature. It's like, what about the baby? Was she mature? Anyway. So he is the seal of the prophets, the last of them to be sent, and thus there's no prophet after him. His law shall continue unabrogated until the day of judgment. It abrogates all the laws prior to it. It abrogates everything, and he can't be abrogated. So I think that would be the response to Mormonism. Because otherwise Joseph Smith could just say that he abrogates the Islam. If the prophets witness him, following him would be obliged upon them. His book and his law contains the abrogated and the abrogated. The prophets did witness him because earlier all the prophets were singing their praise of his coming. So I don't know what you want to like. This just seems like it has to be true.
A little dumb.
He was dead before she turned 6. There you go. His invitation to the truth is inclusively generic for all the people. Again, this is not what the Quran says. The Quran says that it's only for the Arabs, to invite them because they're the last people who need a kitab. But this is saying that the Quran is for all men, which again would include like translating it to other languages other than Arabic.
He has more followers than any of the prophets.
Patently false.
I don't know if there's actually a point. I don't think there's a point in history it was ever true.
No.
I think that is literally one of the wrongest things I've ever heard.
The moist critical. That is the most didn't happenest. From all the things that have never happened, that didn't happen the most.
Just a straight up lie.
Yeah.
Wild.
It was a straight up lie. So him being the comprehensive prophet. So when I was 17, I won a great victory. He was sent comprehensively to all creatures since the time of Prophet Adam. Why does it mention all creatures? Do you know? This is a fun one.
Does it have to do with
well, I mean, the fact that like
turns Jews into?
No. Well, kind of.
Okay.
But didn't like the earth and like the moon and stuff, didn't all of them have like free will and stuff? So they like
Yep.
Oh, okay. So he was sent. Okay, cool. I'm tracking.
He was sent to have the earth, heaven, the moon, animals, insects. Because remember, the hoopoo bird was a Muslim.
True.
The dog was a Muslim of Sayla, like, or the cave dwellers. The dog was a Muslim. Yeah. the she-camel was a Muslim. We have Muslim animals in the Quran and in the Hadith and Tafsir. Other than black dogs, apparently those are going to be killed. But all animals and insects and everyone else is going to be judged on Judgment Day, including the planet itself. So everything that's created is going to be judged on Judgment Day, and Muhammad was sent for them to not be without excuse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't the mountains that they rejected him or something? I forget what Adam showed us. It was like the mountains denied him or something, and so then it went to people. Okay.
Yeah, the book, they didn't want to accept the book or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the earth stands in condemnation against Allah because it rejected Muhammad. It's like, bro, you made it. You made the earth. What do you mean it rejected your prophet? It's crazy.
Yeah. The prophets are his representatives sent with laws concerned with him, and thus he is the prophet of the prophets. I don't remember any law concerned about Muhammad, but apparently there are. So he's the prophet of the prophets. He was sent to the jinn, according to scholarly consensus, and to the angels, according to one of the two sayings. And then he preferred the saying, and he was sent to the animals, inorganic bodies, stones, and trees. So also, non-living things are going to be testifying on Judgment Day if they are Muslim or not.
Well, we know the Garkid tree is not going to make it.
Right, so he don't snitch.
He don't snitch, but
and
apparently mountains will also not make it. But I guess all these other things are going to be okay. There's going to be plenty of other trees that make it because they're going to be saying like, oh, there's a Jew behind me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being said that the jinn were sent to him. If you read the Night of the Al-Zut with them being jinn, then they were sent into him as well. But yeah, he was sent, and then they were sent on to him sometimes. So the trees and stones, things that do not live or have conscience, are going to testify before Allah. Allah sent him as a mercy to all the worlds, again plural because of Zoroastrianism and a weird idea of the rabbinic stuff, even to the disbelievers by not delaying the punishment to them, and they're not being punished promptly as used to happen to previous rejecting nations. That Allah has sworn by his life. Allah swore by Muhammad's life, but they don't worship Muhammad or anything.
Right.
He has sworn by his messengership, and he has undertaken to refute his enemies himself. So, Allah is worshiping Muhammad. Anyway. So, how Allah addresses him is unique. Allah has addressed him in the terms of gentler than those that which he has addressed the other prophets. Don't know what that means, but I'm assuming something in the Arabic is like, oh, he's kinder to him. In his book, he has attached his name to his own name. Again, seems like idolatry. Upon the world, he has obliged to him complete and unconditional obedience and support without any exception. Not a cult, guys, not a cult. But God gave him complete control over the entire world. Not a cult.
No, not at all. But
yeah,
it's just genuinely because he was such a great guy. Like Chris, if you would have gotten to meet him, you wouldn't be saying half of these things you're saying right now.
Right. Yeah.
Because you'd be dead. But that's
true. Yeah. That's unrelated, but I mean, it is what it is.
Tommy missed you, Chase, just so you know.
I'm sorry, Kami. The reason that I had to leave, Kamehameha.
Just call him God.
The reason, I'm sorry. I thought he was Muhammad. The reason that I did that was to share this real quick with you because we talked about black dogs, and I just want to let you guys know that what? Hang on. Can I not? Oh, did it close? It closed. Hang on. That no, it's right there. Wait.
Is it our favorite shake?
Wait. It is our favorite shake.
Oh,
wait.
I'll also put this up real quick. Garkit ain't no snitch, but Malik is the snitch. It's facts.
Indeed.
Malik is also a word that rhymes with snitch, but I can't say that.
All right, here.
Yeah.
Our favorite one.
Hold on, I have to remove this first.
The blessed, the
Black Dog.
The only ever blessed Abdullah ibn Goose. Yeah. Anyways, anytime
that was terrible.
I'm gonna command my followers to kill the black dog.
Yeah, exactly. Well, every time anyone says anything about like dogs and stuff, I always kill. Like, I always think of that picture, and I'm like, come on, you're gonna look at that.
So dumb. Mo was shy. Yeah, of course. He has described him in his book limb by limb. Literally didn't happen in the Quran, so it's just a lie. He has not addressed him in the Quran by his name, but rather, O Prophet and O Messenger. Because why not? Again, I feel like this is less personal than just calling someone by name. So wouldn't God be more personal with the other prophets because he calls them by name? He never calls Ezekiel anything than son of man. So does that mean that Ezekiel's closer than Muhammad because Muhammad is called Muhammad 4 times? I don't know. I'm dumb. Anyway,
it's concerning.
Yeah, he has proscribed. A little typo. Oh, is proscribed a word? I'm super
prescribed.
Proscribed. Past tense.
Forbid.
Proscribed. Forbid. Interesting. So prescribe is to command, and then proscribe is to forbid. I have literally never heard that word before.
Me neither.
He has forbidded the community from calling him by his name. Because I guess you have to call him the prophet of Allah.
Oh, Rasul.
Yeah, Rasul of Allah. Literally that. Furthermore, Ash-Shafi'i has detested it for us to call him Rasul but rather we should call him Rasul Allah, Messenger of Allah, because the former lacks the respect there is in the inscription. Again, they don't worship Muhammad. They don't call him Muhammad apparently, but they just call him the Messenger of Allah. Peace and blessings be upon him.
So the described as Allah.
Batman begins.
I'll Google.
I tried to get that comment first. It would have made more sense, but it's okay.
So he proscribed the community being Allah.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone who calls Muhammad
are not doing it right.
Are not doing it correctly.
Right.
I'll call him whatever he wants as long as he stays 500 feet away from the schools. To be fair to Muhammad, if I also, if I started a cult, if I started a cult, I would also give myself really cool names. I would say guys have to call me this because it's respectful. you have to call me. I was gonna try to go with something on the spot. I don't want to do that because I feel like it'll be bad.
All right. I had to send a message to Christian Gadfly for a skit idea based on that comment. Okay. So Allah has obliged upon anyone who converses with him in secrecy to give in charity prior to conversing with him in scarcity. But then it was abrogated. So if you wanted to talk to him, you had to pay money, and that's literally in the Quran. It's in the 80s or 90s.
You have to pay him first.
Yeah, you literally had to pay money to Muhammad.
Not just like you didn't just get to talk to him and then pay
Open
him.
up Chrome.
You have to pay him before
Right.
talking to him.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like you could just be like, "Hey man, your opinion was worthless. Can I get a refund?"
No, you literally you had to pay before you could do it.
Pay to pray.
Pay to pray. Yeah.
This might already be answered, so you may have the exact source to tell me about this. Do you think that is it possible that people paid Muhammad, asked him a question, and he thought, it's a good thought, and then he went away for a little bit, and he comes back with a new revelation?
Came back with a revelation.
Do you think people paid essentially to like have their ideas formed into the Quran?
Yeah, I feel like there is a hadith about that, where he would go away after an argument, then come back with a revelation.
Well, he would just do that anyways.
Yeah, there were times where he just literally like would just stand up in the middle of a fight and be like, "I've just got a revelation to end this debate," and then would just spout that out. It's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, debate.
What I said?
Funny. No.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's so funny. He's just like he starts losing a debate. He's like, "Oh, actually, God said I'm right." So
right.
he like fakes a seizure. He just starts like flopping around, and he's like, "Oh, guess what? God said I'm right." It's like, okay, get out of here, or I'm cutting your head off.
I don't remember what surah it is. Definitely not 26. Oh, it's 58. I know it's towards the end of the Quran. This surah is just wild, man. It starts off with like, if you talk louder than Muhammad, you're basically going to hell, which is really funny. Oh yeah. So that's not the exact one I want, but no. I was looking for the one where if you talk louder, okay, so here's part of it. Have you not seen those who were forbidden from secret talks, that they always return to what they were forbidden from, conspiring in sin, aggression, disobedience, messenger? And when they come to you, O prophet, they greet you not as Allah greets you, and say to one another, why does Allah not punish us for what we say? Hell is enough for them, they will burn in it, and what an evil destination. O believers, when you converse privately, let it not be sin, aggression, whatever, but only in righteousness. Secret talks will only be inspired by Satan to grieve the believers, yet you cannot harm them whatsoever except by Allah's will. That is not the one as I was looking for. Oh, believers, when you consult the messenger privately, give something in charity before your consultation that is better and purer for you. But if you lack the means, then Allah is truly forgiving, all forgiving, most merciful. Apparently, this was abrogated, maybe by Surah 26. But because in Surah 26 it says that I do not seek a money from you, because he has every single prophet in it repeat the exact same phrase of there is no God but Allah, obey me, and I don't seek any money from you. That might be what abrogated it. But literally, if you wanted to talk to Muhammad, you had to pay him, because who's the one that receives the money for Allah? Muhammad. So you literally have to pay him. This is like the sheikhs nowadays. They do private one-on-one consultations for like hundreds of dollars per hour. Like what's the stupid sheikh? You're a kafir. I think he pays like $300 per hour, or like $300 per half hour of talking to him.
Like, oh, that guy, the one that Sneeko went to that one time?
Yeah.
Sheikh.
Dang. So you think Uthman charged that couple like $300 and stole that dude's wife?
Oh yeah.
Dang,
There's a reason for him to be super annoyed and angry.
That's crazy.
Uthman didn't. That wasn't Uthman Kane.
The one who stole.
No, that was Uthman, the guy who Sneeko went to. The guy who Sneeko went to.
No. I was just thinking that just came to my mind was Uthman.
49. This one's pretty funny. So, O believers, do not raise your voices above the voice of the prophet, nor speak loudly to him as you do to one another, or your deeds will become void when you are unaware. What does this mean? Your deeds becoming void. I talked about it earlier in the stream.
Done dirt cheap.
So would that be all the treasure you've gotten would just be taken away?
The reward. Yeah, all the good deeds you did in the book that will be judged on Judgment Day will be removed. But not just removed, become void. Dude, this is like guarantee hellfire.
If you talk louder than Muhammad, I don't care if you read the whole Quran, you recited the whole Quran, I'm taking away all your rewards.
You're just going to go to
Sheikh Asim al-Hakim.
Yeah. Do not proceed in any matter before a decree from Allah and his messenger. So do not think for yourselves. You wait for Muhammad. And if you talk louder than him, you're going to hell. Indeed, those who lower their voices in the presence of Allah's messenger are the ones whose hearts Allah has refined for righteousness. They have forgiveness and a great reward. Indeed, most of those who call out to the prophet from outside your private quarters have no understanding of manners. So if you call out to Muhammad on the streets, you're basically going to hell. Had they been patient until you could come out to them, it would have certainly been better for them. Or like if he's inside his house and you say, hey, Muhammad, trying to get his attention, hellfire. Oh, believers, if an evildoer brings any news to you, verify it. So you do not harm people unknowingly, become unforgetful what you've done. And keep in mind that Allah's messenger is still in your midst. If he were to yield to you in many manners, you would surely suffer the consequences. But Allah has endeared faith to you, making it appealing in your hearts. And he has made disbelief, rebelliousness, and disobedience detestable to you. Even though the first generation all killed each other and assassinated each other, including the caliphs. So are they rightly guided? No. This whole surah is pretty funny. Especially for this, like if two groups of believers fight with each other, then make peace between them. But if one of them transgresses against the other, then fight against the transgression group until they are willingly to submit to the rule of Allah. If they do so, then make peace between both groups in all fairness and act justly. So why are the Sunnis and Shiite fighting each other? Because they're both heretics from the other person's view, and they're not willing to submit to the caliph. But it's not that they're not willing to submit to Allah. It's not willing to submit to, Shia make Ali their god instead of Muhammad. So you have Shia worshiping Allah, or Ali, you have Sunni worshiping Muhammad. And you can't, you have different gods, so they can't actually make peace. But
I thought that the Shia essentially worship Muhammad exactly the same way, but that they followed Ali, and where the Sunni followed.
Oh no, dude, they have like love poems to Ali.
Oh.
Yeah. That's like wild. The two apocryphal Shia surahs are all about like Ali being a light to the world and like a blessing, and like it's very worshipy sounding, it's very culty. But if you were to insult Ali, you'd probably get as much of a death threat as if you were to insult Muhammad.
Wow.
It's not the same. It's pretty wild.
Tommy asks
if you in a cuddle.
So on a fully theoretical, I am a married man, so I'm not like Muhammad. Okay, I'm not looking for extra cuddle. No extra cuddling. However, on a fully theoretical note, Tommy, I would just keep track of whatever Uthman's charging, and I would do about like $10 less. So I can always wiggle my way in and be like, "Hey, I'm charging. I'm
budget shake."
I'm always going to be a little bit cheaper, so people will come to me.
See if Google has an idea. I wonder if I can set up something.
Did you see? I don't know if you watched this or not, but was it? There was some Muslim Dawa guy who was like talking to my wife about getting a second wife. Which one was that? Hang on.
You have to apply. I want to see what the rates are.
I can't remember.
Man, guys, why are we even talking about this? It's like, don't you know that Christianity also supports polygamy?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Solomon was the wisest guy ever and he had thousands of wives, how can we possibly say that the Bible pushes monogamy?
Google says he doesn't charge for it. I do not believe that's true
I
for
don't
a little
believe
bit.
that.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Crap. That means I'm giving people money. I can't do that.
Hakeem charges 200 per hour.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do
To cover
one.
the time taken from their personal lives.
I'll charge 185 per hour.
185.
I am a bargain.
There you go.
All right.
Even for the cuddle?
The cuddle is included. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus cuddles.
It's the time out of his personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the time. He doesn't care what you do.
Right. You can do whatever you want that time. Yeah. That kind of sounds more and more like prostitution the more you
This doesn't sound great.
Yeah. No. That's the Sheikh life, Yeah, so Allah has obliged anyone who converses with him in secrecy to give charity before conversing with him. Then it was abrogated. Again, I think that would be Surah 26, abrogating it. Allah has not shown him anything of his community that would cause him discomfort until he took of his life, as opposed to all the prophets. So he has not shown him anything of his community that would cause him discomfort. That's just a blanket, like the blatant lie. Like, what are you talking about? There's so many things that he hated. He complained all the time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is the beloved of the divinely compassionate. Don't worship him, but yeah. On what was combined for him? Love and intimacy were combined for him, as well as conversing and beholding. I'm assuming
So you
on
couldn't
to
look
women?
at someone and speak to them at the same time up until Muhammad.
Mhm.
Just
I
curious.
don't think that's what that's saying. That's really funny. Think about it. No, like he was allowed to do these things with women, I would assume. I would hope.
Oh, because women were supposed to be covered?
No, well, the women were only covered because of his the Umar peeping on them while they're pooping.
Yeah, so what does conversing and
diddling
beholding
himself.
mean? Like, why are those two mutually exclusive?
I have no idea. I have no idea what this means.
Love and intimacy. You can't have
I have no idea. I've been studying Islam for years. I have literally no clue what this is trying to say. Very dumb. Anyway, it's about as clear as the Quran. Allah conversed with him at the lote tree of the final station, whereas he conversed with Prophet Musa at the mountain. So he made it higher up than Musa. Again, rote tree is Jewish. Yeah. The two directions for prayer, the Qibla, Makkah, and the mosque in Jerusalem, were combined for him. So now you have one. I think that's what that mosque is.
No, that's Masjid al-Haram.
The house of the saint.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's in Jerusalem.
I thought. Oh, okay. So it is also known as Masjid al-Haram.
Yeah. So the Dome of the Rock is not actually the mosque. This is the actual.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So Jerusalem and Mecca were combined for him. Not sure exactly what they're trying to get. Like, obviously, the Qibla was only made to be Mecca. So maybe he's just saying that there were originally two Qiblas. Now there's just one Qibla.
My fault. The Masjid al-Haram is the Kaaba one. I was wrong.
As were the two migrations to Jerusalem and Medina. Because again, he went to Jerusalem supposedly on the night journey. Ruling over the outward and the inward were combined for him. I don't know what that means either. Maybe like your body versus your soul, like your heart. I don't know. The sacred law and the divine reality were combined for him. Okay. The prophets only have one of two affirmation, for which the evidence is of the story of Prophet Musa with Qadr. a Jewish legend, and is saying to the other, or this might actually be Syriac, but this is stolen, like the Khadra story is stolen. I have a certain knowledge that you must learn, and you have certain knowledge that I must learn. So, Muhammad knew all things.
He was all-knowing.
He was all-knowing, you might say.
He was so all-knowing that he didn't know that Christians were called Christians and not Nazareth's people.
You know, it's interesting, actually. Which book was I reading? I think that it was it was In the Shadow of the Sword, because it finally got to talking about Muhammad in the last hour or two of the book was actually about Muhammad. The whole thing was just the build-up to Muhammad, but there was a group of Christians that were heretics that were based on who he was talking about, who I think did elevate Mary to a almost divine status. But I think what Tom Holland, not Spider-Man, was referring to was that, like, they were a very, very small group, like a very small sect of Christianity that was rejected by the majority of the church, and they were the only ones he knew about. Like, he didn't get around many others. And so he just called them that because that's all he knew them by, was that name. I forget. I need to re-listen.
They called themselves Nasara?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Nazarenes. I mean, there's people today that call themselves the Nazarenes.
I need to go back and listen to that part again, because I remember I was at work and I was listening to it and I was like, oh, I need to take notes on this. And then I never did. And I was like, dang, this is very applicable to what we're talking about, like, all the time.
It is, yeah.
But
I love Tommy. He's so funny.
Mm.
Yeah. Did Muhammad know that time waits for no man? Yeah.
That is an
Or did he read
joke.
Tactics by Gregory Kokel? Didn't think so. It's the proof. Yeah.
Time did in fact wait for Muhammad, though.
Well, it actually waited for Joshua because the long day.
The sun waited for Joshua. Time literally waited for Muhammad because he pre-existed Adam, dude. Like, what do you mean? Time was literally waiting.
Well, his name did.
Didn't this book literally say that all of creation was made for him?
Right. It was made for his creation happened for Muhammad to eventually come into it. Yeah.
Yeah, creation has been
creation literally
groaning,
if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's not God. You don't worship him. He was assisted with awe in the distance of a month in traveling time in front of him and a month behind him. Again, I don't know why the rabbinics use this distance as well. They say a year distance. I don't get it, man. But the Jews use this, and that's likely where they're getting it from too. They're just combining it. But they go by the number of days that you travel as a distance, because they don't have miles or kilometers, any of that stuff. So they have the distance, and you don't measure distance in like cubits or that type of stuff, because that'd be not like that. That's way too small. So they don't have. So like, hey, that was a year away, and that would be a unit of distance, not a unit of time. So he was assisted in traveling distance of a month, in front of him and behind him. So maybe he either traveled in super speed, or he was just like given supernatural ability to endure it. But he was insisted with traveling. He was given comprehensive speech. Not true. He was given the keys of the treasures of the earth upon a piebald horse covered with an amaranth of what in the world is that sentence? Like, a fine silk. All right. Oh, yeah. Pretty. What is piebald?
A piebald. It's like a spotted. Yeah.
Piebald horse. A spotted horse covered with a beautiful dress or like garments. Oh,
Sure.
that's a flower.
Piebald is usually white and brown, if I'm not mistaken.
No idea, man. No idea. Allah spoke to him in all the various form of revelation. Okay, so I'm assuming dreams, spoken, written. I don't know how it would have been written, but yeah. Israfil is a super interesting one. Descended to him, and he never descended to any other prophet prior to him. Now, if you notice, why is that not Gabriel?
Yeah, who is
Israfil?
I don't know who that is.
That comes from a rabbinic source of Seraphil. It's the
Like
same
interesting.
Semitic root. It's the same trilateral root. It's the SRFL. It is the same root. So this is the in the time of Muhammad, by that point in time, Seraphel, or Seraphel, it was a archangel or a very high-ranking angel that was associated with witchcraft and divination. And there's even like witchcraft books dedicated to him, and he has this whole background. If you want to look into him, is this. So, Seraphel, high-ranking angel closest to God, known as the Prince of the High Angelic Order. He is apocryphal, but he is apocryphal only around the time of Muhammad. And interestingly, the earliest sources, other sources we have, it's not always Gabriel coming to Muhammad. It was originally Israfil, and then that got changed to Gabriel. So we have actually more than one angel named coming to Muhammad. And there's contradictory sources of who actually revealed the Quran in the Islamic sources.
Oh. Interesting.
And both are rabbinic.
Even more interesting.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
I found that out during the Talmudic dilemma stuff. So the
Talmudic dilemma. The Talmudic dilemma is just the gift that keeps on giving.
It really is. Studying the rabbis has been super helpful for understanding Islam. But yeah, you can look into this. It's pretty interesting. And this is literally, do you know what the seraph is? Like, his name basically means like the angel made of fire.
Oh.
He's a being of fire.
Interesting.
So Jibril isn't a being of fire.
Protector of Metatron.
Yeah. Part of the Merkaba stuff. Like again, it's like proto Merkaba. And there's a lot of proto Merkaba stuff in Islam. That's one of them. But again, there is no consistency within Islam on anything. Fun.
Yeah.
Probably do a video on that or something sometime. But currently going through the prophets for the Talmudic stuff. He was given knowledge of all things other than the 5 that were mentioned in Surah Luqman, and they are, as Allah says, verily is Allah with whom is the knowledge of the hour. That's also a contradiction in the Quran. He sends down the rain and knows what is in the wombs. No soul knows what it will earn tomorrow. No soul knows what it will land, what land it will die. It is also said, he was given them, but he was encouraged to conceal them, and the difference lies regarding the soul also. So Muhammad was given the knowledge of possibly the hour, but probably of what he's going to earn and where he's going to die. I'm assuming that that's the primary thing that they're referring to. But he's given the special knowledge. He was given knowledge of all things. Other than the 5
other than those 5 things, yeah.
So other than these, all right,
Yeah.
I misread that. But again, he's all knowing. He's God. So yeah, that the matter regarding the Dajjal has been made clear to him, such as is not made clear to anyone else. The funny part is the Dajjal wasn't even mentioned while Muhammad was alive. It came out like hundreds of years later. So he has been promised absolution while he was walking, living in sound. This also shows that the Jalal can't tell what's original to Islam and what was accreted into the system over generations, because the Dajjal was not mentioned at all. Same with the rabbinic Antichrist, because the rabbinic Antichrist and the Dajjal are identical. Aramaeus, I think, is the rabbinic version. Aramaeus or Armalus, this dude. He's a one-eyed Antichrist who's coming and like ruling. It's like he sounds so similar to it, but it doesn't predate Islam. It actually looks like this and Dajjal was developed at the same time. So Dajjal and Armalus was developing in like the 800s or so. And then it was fully settled by the 900s. We have one really early rabbinic testimony in the 600s, but it's like mid 600s. So again, it's pretty hard to say that it was before Islam, that they copied it from the Jews. It was likely that there was syncretism between the Jews and the Muslims at that time. But again, he knows about something that wasn't invented yet. Because he knows all things. Yeah. He has been promised absolution while he was walking, living in sound.
I was gonna say, but he's not God.
He's not God.
He's not God, no. But he knew things before they ever happened. He's very close with Allah. He's been, closer than any angel. It's special gift.
And if you tribute to Muhammad, that has been made high. So giving him tribute, maybe veneration. Allah is not mentioned in the Adon, the Ketubah. So again, in the call to prayer, Allah is not mentioned, but Muhammad is. Yeah. Insane. Allah is not guaranteed safety to any one of his creatures except for Muhammad. That didn't work out. He was murdered. So again,
allegedly.
Allegedly. No soul knows what has to happen to it, but not this man, about whom was made clear to us that his past and future accusations have been forgiven for him. So again, that would be part of the contradiction of the previous one, which might be why it said, other than the soul thing, which would be he literally knows what's going to happen to him tomorrow, and so he knows the future, and he knows where he's going to die. But not how he's going to die, because he still ate the poison.
Or maybe that's what he wanted you to think.
He just wanted to eat the poison. He just loved it so much. For the love of the game, he ate the poison.
For the love of the game.
Yeah. Doesn't the term Antichrist imply the belief in Christ? Yes.
Indeed it does.
The Jews do believe in the Christ. They just don't believe Jesus is the Christ. Christ just means Messiah. Christos. So yes, Jews are messianic. They believe in a Messiah that will come. They just don't think it's Jesus. Other than Messianic Jews who believe in Jesus as the Messiah. But yeah, they still have an Antichrist. They talk about the Antichrist. They talk about the Christ. They talk about Messiah a lot in the Talmud. Surprising amount. Yeah. So his entire community was present before him, and he saw them, and he was shown what was to happen to his community until the last hour comes. McCain is on my Discord server, Tommy, if you want to invite him. Anyway, the creatures were presented to him, all of them from Prophet Adam and all those after him, just as Prophet Adam was given knowledge of all things. So Adam was also given knowledge of all things, just like Muhammad. This is during the last hour. So everything's going to be passed before Muhammad during Judgment Day. But he's not God. He is the leader of the descendants of the Prophet Adam, which is literally all humans. The most noble to Allah of all creatures, the most excellent of the messengers, and all of the proximate angels. He is more perspicacious.
Yeah, perspicacious.
Having ready insight into and understanding of things. Man, they took out $5 words for this. He is more perspicacious than all of creation. yet not God. He was supported by 4 ministers: Jibril, Mikael, Michael, so 2 different archangels plus Israfil, which is not mentioned here, Abu Bakr and Umar. Poor Ali didn't make the cut. Neither did Uthman. He was given 14 nobles as his companions, whereas every other prophet was given 7. One who seeks his company is in safety. His wives were his aides. So one of his 4 supporters also would like diddle himself to his wives. So, great community that he had.
Okay.
It's just what happened. His daughters and his wives are the most excellent women from all. Oh, not only was he was watching them go to the bathroom. So, yeah, imagine like, hey, my best friend's like over there, like just watching my wife's pee in the bush. And he comes up to her afterward and says, "I saw you," which is literally what happened. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. That's literally what happened, according to the Sirah.
Oh, it's so creepy.
That's why they have hijabs. That's why they have burqas. Is so that Umar could continue to look at the women.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Fun.
icky.
Fun little history thing. Yeah. But I guess watching them go to the bathroom is still better than being attracted to children.
I mean, you know what? I guess.
Yeah. The reward of an admonishment to his wives is multiplied. His companions are the best of all creation other than the prophets. They approximate the number of the prophets. They are all distinguished jurists. And thus the Holy Prophet said, "My companions are like the stars. Any of them you follow, you shall be guided." Yet they all killed each other. The final Gunnar boss is Umar.
Oh, dude. on the topic of they all killed each other, again, when I was finishing up that book, so he starts listing off everything that happened post Muhammad, and he just keeps naming different names of leaders who took over, and I was like, man, it's got to be like a while now. And then he mentioned Muhammad's grandson, and I said, bro, we're like 5 names in. What are you talking about? And then I looked it up, and it was only like, I think like 45 years between his death and like the 5th caliph. It's like, oh, they were really just killing each other.
Immediately. Like, yeah, they literally went to war immediately after.
They got like a couple years each. I think actually 45 might be generous. I think that it may have been like
less
9,
than that, yeah.
Like less, like not long.
Right. It's like the 5th or 6th or 7th caliph is still a companion of Muhammad.
Yeah. It was just like,
it's bad.
In the way like so much happens, and so the book is just narrating so much, so it made me assume it was a long amount of time.
No.
Once he said it was the grandson of Muhammad, I went, whoa. We are not that far removed, are we?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Hold on.
The leader of the faithful and the mother of the faithful went to war and killed each other. But obviously, no, they're all stars. They're all wonderful guys. They're all jurists. If you talk to any of them, you will get wisdom.
Yeah, I forget what verse that violates in the Quran about like well, it's also in the Hadiths. Yeah, like don't kill each other.
I showed it earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Do not fight each other. Do not kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
Come to peace. Let there be peace among the brothers.
Malik must have missed that one too.
The first generation, which is supposed to be the best, supposed to basically be sinless, all go to war and kill each other and assassinations. And there's the rebellion wars that happen immediately that have to be quelled by the first 2 caliphs, and they're killed during the process. So, yeah, Islam's always been peaceful. His city is, by consensus, the most excellent of cities other than Mecca, according to one of the 2 sayings, but this is the preferred opinion. I'm assuming his city would then be Medina. Not sure what that means by Tafsir writers said the snakes of the city of the Prophet are not to be killed without being warned.
They have to warn the actual snakes.
The snakes are so holy in Medina that you have to warn the snakes before killing them because they're probably Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are we doing here? The hadith related about snakes being warned is specific to Medina. So if you're in Medina, even the animals are going to be Muslims. So you can't just kill them willy-nilly because you can't kill Muslims. Mecca was made lawful to him for any portion of a day. The area was consecrated as a haram between the two lava fields of Medina. Its earth is peace-giving. Its dust cures leprosy. Half the stomachs of its goats and sheep is equal to twice of that of the goats and sheep of other cities. So I'm assuming what they're eating is equal to twice of that, but its dust cures leprosy. Detroit's better than Mecca. It's true. It just straight up is true. There's less crime. Yeah, it's interesting. Mecca is the groping capital of the world. It's the essay capital of the world. There's more essays that happen there.
Do you know why,
any
Andrew?
other place on the planet?
Not just because they're Muslims.
Well, yes, because they're Muslims.
I mean,
but not just that. Like, there's a specific reason why
itself,
they justify it.
Yeah.
Is it? I feel like what I'm going to say is going to sound dumb, so I don't even want to say it. I don't want to be dumb. So go ahead. You tell me.
Because they're going on Hajj anyway, and it's permissible.
Okay, that actually was in line with what I was thinking. So, but
yeah,
that's
so. There's a couple of reasons given. One, you can't ruin the experience of Hajj. So if you like speak out, because they literally grope them while they're circling the Kaaba.
That's what I was going to. Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, is it literally in the process of circling the Kaaba? And I felt like that was
it's
a
the
stupid
whole
thing
process.
to say.
As soon as you land in the city, if you're in a taxi, you're going to get groped in the taxi. If you're walking down an alley, you're going to be not just groped, but you're going to be like full on graped. If you're in a hotel, you might get it there. Like, it is the whole city is just that, because at any point in time, if you do something that's worthy of death in Islam, if you go to the Kaaba, it removes your sin. So you can do whatever you want in Mecca and just go to the Kaaba after, and you're holy again. Which is why the Dawa bros on all of their Dawa trips to Mecca do, like, they go out and go clubbing with trannies, according to Malik. So they're going out, they're having gay sex with men who call themselves women, and then go to the Kaaba after, and it's fine. That's Islam.
Whew.
But women are warned before they go that they will be groped, and so are the men, because the men are also groped while they're there, because you can get your gayness forgiven as well. So, yeah.
I think the silly part was that my mentality was a little bit more innocent minded, is that they were just all so packed in together around the Kaaba that things just, but no, it sadly is way more,
it's intentional.
Way darker than I was thinking.
The old dudes are literally desiring it, so they just wait around and do it. Yeah. But again, it talks about like there's this old saying that the women are for breeding, the boys are for fun. So it's been part of the culture for centuries. Yeah.
I've heard of women leaving Islam because of their experience in Hajj.
You would expect it.
It's funny because we watched as a 8th grader, I believe 7th or 8th grader, we watched this video in history class. It's not history. Anyways, it was like a national geography type social studies class. And we were studying religions for fun because I trust the public school system to teach about those. And they started talking about Islam, and they gave all the 5 pillars and all that stuff. And then she put on a movie about the Hajj. And I'm racking my brain, and for the life of me, I can't remember when they said that women got groped there in that movie. I don't know. Maybe I just missed that part.
Yeah. There was a movement called Mecca Me Too. Whenever the Me Too was happening.
And Mosque Me Too.
And Mosque Me Too, yeah. So the Mosque Me Too thing. There we go. Mosque Me Too actually happened, and then 100 women speak out about really like what actually happened there, and it's pretty bad. It is incredible. A lot of these stories, and a lot of these stories also got just taken off the internet almost immediately. So they're not actually saved, but I wish we had a lot of these saved. But yeah. So there's lots of these. I find it hard to think about Umrah right now. Something that should have been one of the best moments of my life, should have brought me closer to God, just ruined me.
Huh.
Yeah. Wow. Again, it's not found because the original post was erased, because this is back whenever X was not a free platform and you would just have the stuff suppressed. I read about Mosque Me Too. It brought me into horrible memories during Hajj 2010. People think Mecca is the holiest place for Muslims, so nobody would not do something bad. Totally wrong. Pilgrim groups are warned about groping during Taraf, like when you're preparing. My father walked behind my mother during the Taraf to protect her. Men don't act surprised. Yeah, they literally would form. So I've heard stories from ex-Muslims where they had to form male shields around the women, so they would go in like groups of like 5 couples, and all the women would be in the middle, and then you have the men circling them so that they don't get overly. So the men would be touched, but the women wouldn't be touched.
Yeah.
I stay with my sisters who've experienced SA in environments they thought would be safe. Terrible people can inhabit holy spaces. It's not just terrible people; it's a lot of them. It's like a vast. I don't know if it's a majority because we don't have statistics on it, but it's a significant number. It is telling of their own character. As Muslims, it is our duty to advocate for our sisters who are facing injustice. Again, it's just like, it's crazy to me that women understand that it's evil, yet they don't leave. They don't see the underlying problem, that it is just like, it's Islam and what they do to you mentally, spiritually, physically.
I will say one thing about the Hajj movie that we did watch that was true. Disgusting Hajj was and is. It's just a terrible disease breeding ground for unwashed Middle Eastern people. I swear. Like, I watched the whole thing and I was like, what? Is there hand sanitizer? Like, they're all just sitting around. Like, it was just like I could not do that.
The crazy part is their practices come from Muhammad. Muhammad is worse than that because it was later, is like earlier in time. So imagine what they're doing, amplified, plus him doing it with 9 women in one go. How gross he would have been by the end of it.
But it's not just like the sexual stuff. It's just like the general like level of hygiene. Cleanliness is
right, but
abysmal.
You get way dirtier during intercourse.
Oh, sure.
So the level of hygiene he would have been in at the end of that event, what he would have smelled like. Yeah. Hey, Sebastian.
Insane.
Yes.
Yeah, yep. It's happened in America too. It happens a lot in Pakistan. Pakistan, I think, is the leader of acid splashes. They not only splash the faces, which is the go-to, but they also splash genitals. And it's not just like, it's literal like sulfuric acid, like it melts your flesh type stuff. So yeah, Islam. Anyway, on a brighter note, the Dajjal can't enter into Medina, nor can plagues.
Oh, little did they know
sure
a Dajjal already did.
Plague.
Did they just say plagues can't enter Medina?
Yep.
All right. Well, this one is provable. Okay.
It is. You're right. We could literally bring some of the.
All right. Let's. Did Ebola make it all the way up there this time around? Let's see.
COVID was there, and COVID was classified as a plague. Let's see. COVID in Medina. Oh, Yaqeen Institute made a thing on it. Is COVID-19 a plague? So because COVID entered Medina, they have to ask this article.
Based on recent reports, the last major disease to cause a notable health alert and require specific intervention in Medina, Saudi Arabia, is invasive meningococcal disease. March 2025. Oh, okay, never mind. There's also MERS,
So,
which is understandable.
We know many people tested positive for COVID-19 in Medina, so therefore they have to ask, what is a plague?
Oh, so they're trying to justify it.
Yeah, they're trying to justify that COVID's not actually a plague because it entered Medina. Yeah, so what's the definition of a plague? Even though I'm pretty sure, like, is COVID-19
a contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium, typically with the formation of No, that's the bubonic plague. Google. I'm talking about a plague. A disastrous evil or affliction. Yeah, but that's not really what it was implying. Disease.
Let's go to dictionary.com. Is the coronavirus a plague? What does plague mean? So just like in terms to infectious disease, I mean, plague has been used for centuries. Like there's always been plagues. I don't know, man. Is like pestilence, pandemic?
Well, there's a certain strain of diseases that I guess are known as plagues.
Right.
Between 1,000 and 2,000 cases of the plague are still reported to the WHO every year.
Wasn't the plague just like if you have boils on your body whenever you're dying?
Well, that's like the bubonic plague. That was a legit. That was different.
There's other plagues that also do that.
Yes. Yeah.
That are infectious. A contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium, typically with the formation of buboes and sometimes infected lungs.
Yeah, but that's not the definite, like, that's a characteristic of the bubonic plague. We're talking about just a plague in general. Yeah, it just means disease. Because there's
a disastrous evil or affliction, destructively numerous influx of multiplication of noxious animal, like a plague of locusts. Yeah, an epidemic disease caused by a high rate of mortality. That would be COVID. A cause of irritation, a sudden unwelcome outbreak. A virulent contagious febrile disease that is caused by bacterium that occurs in bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic forms. So I guess you have to like only take this definition for COVID to not really apply. But yeah, like the Yaqeen Institute is their like scholarly institute where they answer the objections to skeptics and everything else. The fact that they had to rate an article on is COVID-19 actually a plague to cope and justify that this belief that plagues can't enter Medina is hilarious to me, because I've read so many things from the Yaqeen Institute, because anytime you bring up anything with Muslims, they're going to go back to a Yaqeen Institute article. So
I have so I looked up, have plagues ever entered Medina? And it's like I just keep getting these whitewashed answers because nobody cares. So no Western source is going to comment on that. So it's all, but like all these places are like, yeah, man, Black Death. No, it never entered Medina. It went to Mecca though. It's like, wait, what?
Right.
Off while the plague ravaged nearby regions, Medina remained completely unaffected.
Of course.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, obviously. This is
Although some reports
proof.
mention potential undocumented or earlier smaller outbreaks. Yeah,
sounds like cope to me, but
it is cope. All of this is cope.
So, but the way that this describes it was just sickness in general. Fever was transferred from it to Al Jaffa the very first time it approached Medina. So maybe when you're approaching Medina, your fever is gone.
Breaks?
Therefore, after when Jibril brought the fever and the plague, the prophet halted the fever at Medina and he dispatched the plague to Asham, to the Jews.
Yeah, the Jews.
Yeah. Therefore, and with all the will of the prophet, when the fever returned to Medina, it could not affect any of its residents until it came and stopped at his door. It sought permission as to where he would send it, and so dispatched it towards the Ansar. Aren't those his helpers?
Yep. The Medinans.
But they're like the supporters of Muhammad. So he's literally sicking a sickness onto his helpers. How messed up is Muhammad?
Who are
even
in
from
Medina.
Just this? Right. These are the people who are literally helping him survive after he got kicked out of Mecca for being a terrible person. All in the Islamic view, he got kicked out because he was teaching monotheism and the polytheists couldn't handle it.
Right.
Okay, if you want to go to the Islamic perspective, this would show that Muhammad deliberately sicked fever onto his own helpers instead of sending it to the Levant or like some other place or like, I don't know, the like Gog and Magog. Like he sends it to the people who are helping him. Wouldn't that just be either Muhammad being evil or just a cope that this still happened? This just seems super messed up for Muhammad if he's supposed to be a holy person. Why would he deliberately injure his helpers?
I mean, he's in line with the teachings of Allah. Allah hurts Muslims all the time.
Right.
And he has full exhaustive control over all of reality. So like anytime anything bad happens to any Muslims, no matter how devout they are, Allah commanded it to be that way. So he's just taking after that. He's like, if Allah can do it, it's good. It builds character.
Of course. Yeah.
Disease.
So remember
character.
Remember, Muhammad.
My arm is rotting off. It's for your own good, buddy. I promise.
You're gonna get a lot of treasure out of this.
Oh yeah. The dead in their graves are questioned about Muhammad.
I can't wait to get questioned about Muhammad.
The angel of death sought Muhammad's permission to take his life, whereas it did not seek the permission of any other prophet prior to him. Which you could just say any other prophet because there's none after him.
Because the angel of death didn't seek Isa at all.
Right. Yeah. The angel of death sought his permission.
You pull up Sebastian's comment, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
The third one.
Oh, come on. This one?
Yeah. All right, Matthew. You got it. Imagine. And then he had this other one.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen there's a scene in The Chosen? And it's I think it's James, and it's Jesus talking to James, and James is asking like why Jesus won't take away his he has like a bad leg or something. And it's like this really emotional scene. Now that just made me think about like somebody in the group just got given blindness. They're like, hey Jesus, I get it, but like what are we doing here?
What's going on?
You just play hot potato with the blindness and just like, oh no, I don't have
No, Judas, he's gonna die anyways.
Just brings out
Oh, yeah. You can't have intercourse with anyone he's had intercourse with, which is why he saved his aunt for whenever she was gone. The piece of land wherein he is buried is more excellent than the Kaaba and also the divine throne.
What?
He's not God, guys. He's not God, but where he's buried is more excellent than the divine throne and the Kaaba, which is also God's presence on earth.
What? So why don't they walk circles around Muhammad's burial place?
Because
I mean, they do go there to worship, yeah.
they do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The green house, I think is the name of it. Yeah. But his corpse is still there. It's still in perfect condition. So again, Islam can be proved instantaneously if you just open up Muhammad's tomb. Because you should see a perfectly preserved Muhammad there. They could prove it.
I feel like they would do that if they were, if they weren't afraid of all the Muslims like trying to rape his dead body. You know what I'm saying?
Well, his body couldn't be tarnished, so there's no injury in doing so.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get al-Zudid again. Again, they don't worship him, but his corpse is greater than Allah's throne. The piece of land, I just read that, it is prohibited for anyone to adopt his filial appellation. Okay. This also said with regard to his name, Muhammad. That didn't happen. Oh, that did not happen. That is the opposite of what happened in history. It is also said with regard to taking the name Kazim, so that one's father may not be given the filial appellation Abul Kazim. So you cannot name your kid Muhammad.
It is prohibited for anyone to adopt his filial appellation. This is also
kunya. So the kunya is like the title,
right? Like
yeah, like Abu Bakr is the title. Like Dihal Kalbi is also a title. It's not actually their name,
right?
So like Abu Bakr's name is some long convoluted name. It's like 7 ibns. But you cannot be called Muhammad because Muhammad's not his name. Ahmed's his name.
Right. But I mean, I definitely know people named Ahmed, though.
I definitely know people named Muhammad, Ahmed, Mahmoud, like any version of his name that you can make. There's someone called that. So you're Islamically not allowed to call someone Muhammad?
Yep. Sounds good.
According to Jalal, it is permitted for Allah to swear by him, but not for anyone else. Allah can swear by Muhammad.
Whoa.
So when he was cutting that covenant with Abraham, when he could swear by no greater, he swore by Muhammad.
Yep.
I mean, that's not right.
Yeah, Muhammad is the most used name in the world, and that is indeed a big oopsie. But like to swear by him. Oh, again, he's not God. He's definitely not God. His private parts have never been seen, and had anyone seen them, his eyes would have been expunged.
What? Nobody, not even his 9 wives, ever.
You can't do oral sex.
A gander.
So
that's not. But you don't have to do that in order to like take a look. I mean,
Andrew's got set. Oh no, he's bending over. Yeah, no, his private parts have never been seen. So again, he's too beautiful. He does not commit a mistake except the demonic verses.
Or marrying a literal child. Like, we're not going to
or wanting to marry an infant. Yeah. Some have said, nor forgetfulness. He is not forgetful. Mando, I have some hadith for you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or when he retold the same story multiple times in different surahs, and you can tell you can obviously tell that he remember how he recited it the prior time.
Yeah, it's among his unique particulars, which is the name of the book, that he is an amalgamation of the qualities of all the prophets. He is the prophet of the prophets. There's no prophet who has particularity of his prophethood in his respective community, except that one of the scholars in this community represents the prophet in his respective community and assumes that domain during his time. I have no idea what that was trying to say. That just seems like a nonsense sentence. Yeah, word salad. The scholars of my community are like the prophets of the Bani Israel, even though they went and killed each other. And has been narrated, a scholar among his people is like a prophet to his community. So again, this might just be the scholars making it up to have their own version of the cults, because that's what Muhammad did. But especially because this is like hadith. It came hundreds of years later by a scholar. Anyway, among his specific traits is that also there's no prophets after him, but there's prophets after him. So funny about that. Among his specific traits is that Allah has named him Abdullah, and he has not applied this title to anyone but him, but rather in reference to others, he said, verily, he was a grateful servant. So he's the son of Allah.
Right.
Or
there has never been
Ab is
anyone
father.
else. Wait. He's the son of God?
He can't
No.
be.
Yeah, I was gonna
sure.
say Abd, not
Yeah.
Ibn is son.
Yeah. No,
Ibn is son,
Abdullah,
Abd is servant.
I mean, it's like literal meaning. Abd is father. Nah.
Abd is servant.
Is it just AB that's father? The D makes it into servant. That's silly.
Yeah.
The servant of Allah.
Okay, I was gonna say, because
that's wrong.
it's not Ibn Allah.
I thought it was father to Allah, but no, it's servant of Allah. Okay. Abd versus Ab. Anyway. Because Ab is father in Hebrew. It's just the same word. Abba is Aramaic.
I do. All right, guys, I do have to ask. It is already 11 o'clock. So how much more of this? How many do we want to do a second live covering this, or how much do we have left?
We're not close to the bottom. We're at 32.
Okay, so we're about a third of the way through.
Yeah, we're a third of the way through.
All right, so we can do a couple more.
Yeah, we can do part 2 next week.
Cool. Saves me effort.
Yeah. That was this felt a lot like when me and Chase read Surah 2, and we just read it, and I just pointed out the things that I had been reading and the things that I like immediately were wrong or like not in compliance with the scriptures that it claims it came before. And so this is good. It's good. I think this is that's what Usama says. Get all of the best thing you could do is give your friends a Quran and have them read it so they know. And stuff like that. Perfect.
Sebastian to the no one's ever seen his genitals thing is, so I guess he must have had a really tiny one.
I saw it. I chose not to put it up, but
that's great.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for sticking around with us late into the evening. And get with us next week. We will be doing the same 8:30, and we will be back with more of a great Islamic scholar giving us just so much material. So anybody have anything they need to say?
Check out Chris.
Stay away from Islam.
Defending a lion.
Yeah.
But both things are true. All right.
Name is now Muhammad.
my
Everybody
name's been Muhammad for a while. Since you showed the black dog, I changed my name to Muhammad. Then I said I'd kill that if I was in my community. And then you didn't catch the joke, so it's just been Muhammad the whole time.
It just it was lost. I didn't.
Yeah, if you rewatch the stream at that point, I said, yeah, I would kill that dog if it was here because I changed my name to Mohammed.
I didn't even notice.
That's crazy.
I know neither of you did. It's great. Anyway.
It's a great way to end it. Jesus is the truth.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
All right. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Actually, technically, see a lot of these people tomorrow, but all right. Yeah.
Right. We're going to do this tomorrow, too.